Alright, so this is the next video tutorial, video number 6. Alright, we're gonna be animating the slide out. So this is the current exercise, like I said. Right, you only see the slide in. This is my other composition, also known as, like, you know, your other canvas, you could call it. You could think of it as a painting or whatever, traditional art sense. This is our canvas. This is my original canvas that I talked about, and where I animate spacebar. I press the spacebar. We're going to be animating this, right? So I clicked here for the one that we're working on, and I want to make another text. I'm gonna just start from scratch again, just to review, right? And to make a text layer, like I said, the other way you can do it is, if you're too lazy and don't want to click up here, right, you could, in here, right click, new text, click it, and make empty text layer. It's this one right here. It's big and huge because that was the last setting, and it's colliding with the original, which is fine. What I want to do is I want to show how to hide the slide in, because it's kind of distracting. So I want to introduce you to this right here. You see this weird looking eyeball, right? Slide in. Right now I have my text tool active, so just be mindful of that. This little eyeball will hide the layer. It's gone. I'm going to turn this back on after, but these are some of the things that you want to know. I hid it for now. Going back to this, right? I don't see my cursor. If I click in here, because you might be tempted to, right? It'll annoy you because it'll make another freaking text layer. If I try to click here to make it live. See, all I did was make another stupid layer, right? So that's why these are little quirks. So if you want to see your cursor, right, you just you got double click in here. Now it's bringing it back, and I'm gonna just type in slide space out, right? I'm gonna double click in here, right? I specifically clicked in here, in between the meat of the letters. Double click, select all of it. I'm gonna choose, so the font style is Articulate CF. I believe this is Adobe fonts, right? I'm gonna choose light oblique. Maybe I'll choose normal oblique, so it's a bit thicker. Like I said, once that's done, right, I want to get out of the tool, but I'm not gonna press V. If I press V, right, it's gonna type out the letter V. So instead, like I said, in here, I'm gonna just click, so it's not gonna screw up my letters. But you'll notice that, like I said before, text tool is still live, right? I don't want that, because if I click again, they're gonna make another layer. So it's just press V as in Victor. Now we're out of it, right? Again, a reminder, these are subtle little workflows you gotta deal with. And so slide out. Now I'm gonna turn on the eyeball for slide in, turn it back on. So here's slide in. I want to select slide out. I want my slide out to be underneath slide in terms of the layer hierarchy. So I select slide out, drag it, make it lower. And it's kind of confusing because they're both red, right? Red bars. I want to change the color of slide out, so that it doesn't drive me mad. I'm going to click on the red box or swatch, choose yellow, just to help me out. So here, right, I'm gonna choose, right now it's set to paragraph middle, center text, but I'm gonna choose this right here, align horizontally, right? And then I want this to be lower. I want to lower this thing down. How do you lower it down safely? Well, I'm gonna first drag this down a bit, and here I want to introduce you to properties. And it says slide out because I have it selected, right? You got all this stuff, blah 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 blah. Now under position, this column is your X, this is your Y. So I want to chuck it down. So this is my Y column, 540 is the Y. I'm gonna left click, drag it, left click, drag it. I don't know, something like here. Click down here somewhere. So something like that you could do. But I think it's too low, right? I don't know why. So I'm gonna grab slide in, right? And I grab slide in, and then I can either hold shift, left mouse click, come on, right, good, hold shift and left mouse click and drag it up. The shift key makes it, why is it making it, okay, turn on snapping, right? Or was it this too? Okay. Anyway, hold shift, and then left mouse click and push it up a bit, right? It might nudge a bit, and just irk the hell out of you, like how it's doing to me right now. But I'm just gonna hit this again, just in case. And then I'm gonna click here, right? Hold shift, left mouse click. Come on, just fucking. Okay, there, I'm gonna move it up a bit, something like that. And I'm gonna click on this guy right here, just in case, right? Click outside, there. And what also is helpful is this guy right here. This weird looking thing, title action safe. So you can kind of see if you're, within the safe areas. And then I'm gonna click in here again and unclick it. There. So I guess I'm okay with this. Or maybe I'll grab both of it, hold shift and click. Maybe I'll use that down arrow to nudge it. There. Yeah, this is good enough. Anyway, so that part's that. So I just talked about this, right? Title action safe, right? I talked about using the align, right? I talked about selecting both of it and holding shift and moving it up and down. This here, you could just ignore this for now. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. Alright, so we did that. Alright, so slide out. I have the this guy activated, small caps. Right. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is let's try to animate this. Right. So select the slide out, and then crack it open, select text, crack that open, we're gonna do the same thing. Animate, click it. We're gonna animate the position. Click it. It made animator 1. Press enter. Go towards the all the way to the left. I'm gonna type in S period O period for slide out. Give a space bar. Delete 1. Put a little dotted line, whatever, and then I'm gonna put position. Right there you go. So I'm gonna start around frame 10, I believe. Yeah, frame 10. At frame 10, I'm gonna click, I'm gonna crack open range selector, start, right? Click on the stopwatch, and then I'm gonna go to, like, say frame so frame 10, go to frame 23. Here's frame 23. I'm gonna set another keyframe, and remember, you don't press the stopwatch again. You click here. Okay. And the way we're gonna work is where, so I just set keys. I did not manipulate the the percentage, right? But what we're gonna do is go back to frame 10. I'm gonna start off, right, because there's keys. Right? I'm gonna set this to 100. Okay. And then I'm gonna set this, oh, right, because it's already set to 0. Was it when we had set the key previously, it was at 0 anyway. So it was this one. This one we had set to 100. This one is at 0% for the start. Like I said, this percentage is basically, I take it as like the strength of it, right? 100% versus 0% strength. And then go back to frame 10, right? So obviously nothing happened, nothing. But the position, right? Because this is position attributes that we're dialing in. X, this here is for your left and right. Like I said, this here, like I said before, is your up and down. I want to screw around with the left and right, which is this guy. Slide in went from the right to center. Slide out, I want to start from the left to the center. So position, frame 10. Always be aware of your frame. Position 10, right? This guy right here, yank it. Mother, why isn't it moving? Why don't you goddamn... One second. Alright, as you previously saw, it just annoyed the hell out of me, right? Because, you know, the position, you want to yank it towards my left. And I do that, and nothing's happening. See? Nothing's happening. These are the other little quirks that you gotta deal with, basically. And, you know, when things are just not working the way you want it to, you go to the advanced, crack it open. I'm gonna yank this up. And then here, based on words, don't ask me why, it's just whatever words. You want to set this to, instead of add, subtract, right? Words and subtract under advanced, because it's not cooperating. That will make it cooperate. Under position, this column 0 0 left to right, now it will cooperate, right? It is what it is, just don't ask me why. now it's off stage. I'm gonna hit the stopwatch to set it, and I'm gonna scrub it. As you can see, now it works, right? So like I said, negative, blah 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 blah, and then over here now it's coming to play. I'm gonna press the space bar. Right, I made it cropped up to here, pressing the N for Nancy, remember? Right, maybe I'm just gonna yank it a little bit more, so give it some more padding. Space bar. Another thing I did was, even though it slides in, right, I had set this position back to 0 instead of negative. Right? There's a reason why, because when I add the other elements, it does come into play and whatnot. It's just kind of hard to explain, but just position, the subtle little nuances, because it still looks the same. See, but I still put it in here. Ending is at 0. Okay. Alright, so I did that. Right. I'm gonna play it one more time. Okay. And this was already 16 minutes. I'm gonna just end it here. Next video, I'm gonna go over the opacity. I'm gonna animate that. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of this video. Bye.